to the class. We need to join, before anything, we need to join A plus students.com. You need to join, go to this website. Okay. Then you need to select your subject. The subject is math. Okay. We would be studying maths today. And your grade is grade 5. So you select in maths, you select your grade to be grade 5. Okay, so once you have logged into the website, you go to maths and the grade. The topic for today is multiplication. Multiplication, okay. And the lesson number and the chapter number is, I'll just give you the chapter. Okay, our chapter number is 11. Multiplication is chapter 11. Okay, and the lesson number that we would be doing today is lesson number 6. And the name of the lesson is choose numbers with a particular product. Okay, so let's look at the topic since we are in the chapter number 11 and the lesson number 6. Okay, so lesson number 6 says the first question we have is, question number 1 says, choose two numbers, okay, from the box to complete the sentence. And the box, choose any two numbers, and in the box the numbers given are, I'll just write down the numbers. Okay, the number given is 4, 5, 7 and 9. Okay, and the question says dash and dash. I'm making a dash so that we need to fill in this. Okay, these dash and dash have a product of 63. Okay, so we need to find the two numbers which have a product of 63, right? And we have 4 options given to us. The first option is 4, 5, 7 and 9. These are the 4 options, right? So what we can do is we can do trial and error. So let's suppose if 4 is the first number is multiplied by the remaining 3 numbers, 4 times 7 and 4 times 9. So what is 4 multiplied by 5? It would be 20, right? 4 multiplied by 7 is, okay, I'll give you an easy way out also. 4 multiplied by 7 was 28 and 4 multiplied by 9 was 36. So we cannot find any number that is, so we would ignore all these 4 numbers, right? Now what we do is, we already done 5 multiplied by 4. Can we do 5 times 7 and 5 times 9? 5 multiplied by 7 was 35. We don't need this because we need a 63. And what is 9 times 5? 9 multiplied by 5 is 45. We still don't need a 45. What are we left with? 7 multiplied by 9. This is 63. And that is our answer. We can say 7 and 9 have a product of 63. The other way to look at this question is, we look for factors of the number that is given in the question, that is 63. So 63 cannot be divided by 4, right? We do not get a whole number. we get in decimals, right? Decimal numbers. Can 63 be divided by 5? We still get a decimal number. Okay. But if we divide 63 by 7, we get 9 as the answer, right? So what we can still say is the alternate way to do this is to look for the factors. Factors are formed when a larger number is broken down into two smaller numbers, right? So we can say 7 and 9 have a product of 63. That means 7 multiplied by 9 is 63. So for us, the easier way is to check for the factors. Okay, let's try question number 2. Once we click on the screen, we have the next question. Okay, choose two numbers out of the following. Okay, do we have any question till now? We have both the options. We can do trial and error. Yes, thank you. Okay, because we need to see several things in multiplication. Few topics are left for multiplication. Once the multiplication is completed, we will move to the next chapter, right? We're looking at what multiplication is. Okay. Moving on further, the next question says, choose two numbers from the box, and the numbers given to us are, I'll just write down the numbers. Okay, let's take up a lighter color. And the numbers given are 2, 5, 7, and 8. Okay, so we are looking for two numbers. The first number is multiplied by the second number, and the answer should be equal to 56. So let's look for the factors. Factors of 56. 56 can be divided by 2, right? That means 56 can be divided by 2. 56 divided by 2 is 28, right? But can we see? We cannot see 28 in this box because 56 was equal to 2 multiplied by 28. We have this number, but we do not have 28. Let's look at the next number. Can we say it cannot be 56 cannot be divided by 5, right? Because it will give us a decimal number. So what else can we do? Can we divide by 5? No. But can we divide by 7? 56 divided by 7. So what is 56 divided by 7? That would be equal to 8. And we can say that 56 is equals to 7 multiplied by 8. Do we have 7 here? Yes. Do we have 8 here? That means our answer is 7 multiplied by 8 is 56. Agreed? Okay. Let's look at the next question that we have. If we say in question number 3, they're asking us to choose any two numbers. Okay. And the numbers given are the numbers that are given to us are 4, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. And the statement that is written is dash and the second number a dash that we do not have a product. Product means multiplication, right? Of 40. So what we can do is we can look at the numbers in the box, right? We can say that 40 can be perfectly divided by 10. That means it becomes 4, right? So we can say 40 is basically 4 multiplied by 10. And we can find those both the numbers in the box. Agreed? So we can say 4 and 10 have a product of 40. But let's look at what the other options. Can we say 40 can be divided by 8? Right? 40 can be divided by 8, right? But the answer will come out to be 5. So 40 can be written as 5 multiplied by 8. We can find 8 over here, but we cannot find 5, right? Because 5 is not given to us. So we have only these 4 limited choices from which we need to find the 2 factors. Okay? Do we agree on this? Yes. Multiply by 4. Yeah. 10 and 4. Very good. Thank you. Let's try the next question. In question number 4, if it says choose, it still says choose any 2 numbers, right? So if the question still says choose any 2 numbers, and the options which are given to us are, okay, the options, let's look at the options. It's given as 3, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. And the statement given is the first number dash and dash have a product of 90. Okay. So what we need to see here is what are the factors of 90, right? The first most important thing is we look at the factors. We need to find the factors. That means 90 can be divided by the first number 3. That becomes 30. So 90 can be written as 3 multiplied by 30. We can find the 3, but we cannot find the 30, right? So we cannot have a 30 over here. Let's look at the second option. Can 90 be divided by 8? If 90 is divided by 8, 88 can be, right? That means it comes out to be a decimal number. So we do not have any decimal numbers from the 4 choices that we have. Okay. Or if we say 90 is divided by 9, that means that would be 10. So we can say that 90 equals to 9 multiplied by 10. Do we have both the numbers in the choices? 9 and 10. So we can say 9 and 10 have a product of 90. That means 9 multiplied by 10 is equals to 90. What we are trying to find are the 2 unknown numbers which will give the answer, the product. Okay. Let's look at the next question. We have question number 5. Question number 5 says choose 2 numbers. Okay. Let's try to choose any 2 numbers. And the numbers that are given to us are, we have a few options given to us. Let's pick up those options and let's see what are those options. In this question, it says 2, 3, 5, and 7, right? These are the 4 options we have. We have 2, we have 3, we have 5, and we have 7. These are the 4 options we have. And the question says that the first number multiplied by the second number should be equal to 21. Can you give me the answer to this? What are the factors of 21? Which 2 numbers multiplied together will give 21? So can we say 21 divided by 2 is again a decimal number, right? It's not a whole number. But if we divide 21 divided by 3, do we get 7 as an answer? That means 21 can be written as 3 multiplied by 7. And we have both of these in our given options. So can we say 3 multiplied by 7 would be equal to 21. Okay. Question number 6. It still says the next question is choose two numbers. Okay. They're asking us to choose two numbers, and the two numbers given are, let's pick up the numbers. Okay. If we have these two numbers given to us, and the four numbers given are 3, 5, 6, and 8, right? And the question says, which two numbers, first number multiplied by the second number, should be equal to 15? So what we need to do is, we need to find the factors. That means we need to see which two numbers when multiplied will give an answer of 15, or what we can see is 15 comes in the table of which numbers. So can we say 15 divided by 8? It's not possible, right? It's a decimal number. Can we say 15 divided by 6? It's still a decimal number because 6 multiplied by 2 is 12 and 6 multiplied by 3 is 18. So we don't get a 15. But if we look at 15 divided by 5, that should be equal to 3, right? So can we say 15 is equals to 3 multiplied by 5? And we have both of these as the options in the answer, 3 and 5. So we can say 3 multiplied by 5 would be equal to 15, right? So what we needed to see was what numbers can be multiplied to get to a 15. That means 3 multiplied by 5 is 15. Okay, thank you. Yes, that is correct. Okay, we look at the next question. Okay, with the next question, we will try to make a new question out of it. Okay, with question number 7, we'll do question number 7 first. That says choose two numbers. Okay, we'll choose any two numbers out of this given information. The given information we have is 2, 3, 6, and 9. Okay, the given information we have, the first number is 2, 3, 6, and 9, right? And the question says dash the first number and second number have a product of 54. So what we need to do is we need to find the factors, right? How can we find the factors? Which two numbers when multiplied together will give an answer of 54? So what we can do is we can divide, we need to find the factors. 54 can be divided by 2, right? If 54 is divided by 2, our answer is 27. So can we say 54 is 2 multiplied by 27? We have 2 in the options, but we do not have 27 in the options given to us. Let's look at the next one. Can 54 be divided by 3? We get 18 as our answer. What we can say is 54 is 3 multiplied by 18. We have 3 in the options, but we do not have 18 in the options, right? Let's look at the next one. When 54 is divided by 6, the answer comes out to be 9. So we can say 54 must be equal to 6 multiplied by 9. And we can see that the first option is there and the second option is still there. So our final answer would be 6 and 9 have a product of 54. Okay. Okay, let's take the same question and let's try to create a different set of values from this. Okay, so if we take the same question and we change this, and let's change this. Okay, so choose the two numbers which have a product of, okay, 12. This is quite easy for us, right? Why did I not do 18? If I would have written 18 over here, that means 18 would have two possibilities. 2 multiplied by 9, it's still in the it's still in the options, right? And 3 multiplied by 6. So the question would become very confusing for us, right? So we choose 12 over here. So we need to find any two numbers that multiplied together will give the answer of 12. So can we say if 12 is divided by 2, it's equals to 6? That means 12 would be 2 times 6, and we can find both of these numbers in the options. So we can say 2 and 6 have a product of 12. That means 2 multiplied by 6 would be equal to 12, right? Okay. So let's move on. Yes, thank you. Let's move on to the next question. Okay, this was the question number 7. This is question number 8. I always write the question number so that we have a reference point. Question number 9 says, choose two numbers. Okay, we need to choose any two numbers from the following given four numbers. The numbers which are given to us are, let's see what numbers are given to us. The first number given is 5, 6, 7, and 8. So these are the four possibilities that are given to us. These are the four options we have, right? And the question says the first number multiplied with the second number should be equals to 40. So find the two numbers. Okay. So what are the two possibilities? What are the factors of 40? Can anyone give me the factors of 40? See, we know that 40 cannot be divided by 6. We get a decimal answer, right? Similarly, we cannot say 40 divided by 7. It should be decimal. Still a decimal number. But we can say that when 40 is divided by 5, that means the answer is 8. 40 would be 5 multiplied by 8. So that means 5 multiplied by 8. So we can say 5 multiplied by 8 is equals to 40, right? Or what we can say is the product of 5 and 8 is 40. Agreed? So we can write it either ways. We can use the term product, or we can use the sign of multiplication. So let's move on to the next question, question number 10. We'll try to do as many questions as we can from this practice exercise, and then we will try as many as we can from the test, and the remaining you need to do. Please do those questions. So the questions over here says choose any two numbers, okay, out of the given numbers. Let's get the given numbers. So the given numbers are, the number is 2, 3, 8, and 10. And the question says the first number and the second number have a product of 30. So what we need to do is we need to find the factors first, right? We need to look for the numbers which are factors. Factors means any number that can divide 30 perfectly. Okay. So can we say 30 divided by 2? The first number would be 15. That means 30 can still be written as 2 multiplied by 15, right? We can find 2 in the options, but we cannot find 15 in the option. So we cannot take this as our answer. So if we look at the second option, can we say 30 divided by 3? So we can say this is 10. So can we say 30 would be equal to 3 multiplied by 10? Can we find both of these numbers in the options? 3 and 10? Yes, we can. So we can say 3 and 10 have a product of 30, which can also be written as 3 multiplied by 10 is equals to 30, right? We had to find the two numbers whose product would be equal to the given number in the question. In this question, it was 30, right? So let's move ahead. Okay. Let's see another question. Question number 11. It says choose two numbers. Okay. Let's make up the options over here. If the options given to us are, let's suppose if the options given to us are, okay, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay. So what we need to do is we need to find the two numbers dash the first number and the second number have a product of 42. Okay. So we know that once we try to find the factors will always give whole numbers as the answer. They will never give decimal as the answer. So what we can say is if 42 is divided by 5, we will have a decimal number as the answer, 8.4, right? So we do not have any number in decimals. But if 42 is divided by 6, so can we say it equals to 7? So can we say 6 multiplied by 7 would be 42? We have 6 in the options. We have 7 in the options, right? So can we say 6 and 7 have a product of 42? That means 6 multiplied by 7 would be equal to 42. Agreed? Okay, good. Let's look. Okay. Let's look at the next question. Question number 12 states that, okay, I hope we all are doing the same. Okay, good. The question number 12 says choose two numbers, okay, and we will take the numbers in the next sequence. Okay, let's take the numbers from 6 onwards. Let's say if we have the numbers 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, so okay, so can we say that the first number and the second number have a product, that means multiplication of, let's see, 56. Okay, if the product is 56, the first thing we need to do is we need to find the factors. Can 56 be perfectly divisible by 6? When we divide 56 by 6, we get the answer in decimals. We do not have a whole number as an answer. So let's try by 7. When 56 is divided by 7, the answer comes out to be 8. That means 56 can be written as 7 multiplied by 8. Do we have both of these numbers in the options? We have 7 in the option and we have 8 in the option. So we can write this as 7 and 8 have a product of 56, which can also be written as 7 multiplied by 8 is equals to 56. Agreed? Question number 13. After this, we'll do the test. Okay. Question says choose two numbers. Okay. We need to choose any two numbers from the given numbers. Let's suppose the numbers given to us are, okay, let's pick up the numbers. I'll just continue with the numbers 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so let's say the first number multiplied by the second number should be equal to 72. So let's try to find out the factors. For us, most important is factors. Factors are whole numbers which can be broken down from a larger number. So if 72 is divided by 7, that means this cannot be perfectly divided. It gives us a decimal number, right? But can we say that if 72 was divided by 10, that would be 7.2, right? It still is a decimal number. Let's try 72 by 8. 72 divided by 8 is 9. That means 72 can be written as 8 multiplied by 9. So we can say that we have both the options over here, 8 and 9. So we can say 8 multiplied by 9 is equals to 72. Or in words, we can say that 8 and 9 have a product of 72. In words, this would be our answer. In an equation, we write 8 multiplied by 7, that equals to 72. Okay, let's go to some questions. Let's try a few questions from the test. Okay, good. Let's go to the test and do some questions. Let's do it together, please. Okay, a few of the questions are just left, right? We start off with the test and we would pick up the question number 1. I'll try to do the maximum number of questions so that later on you can complete the remaining questions, okay? I'll just screenshot the question. We only have 9 questions and hopefully we'll be able to complete all of these, right? I just need the answer, option A and option B, okay? Okay, if this is the first question we have, and this is the statement we have, this is the statement we have, right? So the question says, choose 2 numbers from the box to complete the multiplication sentence, right? We need to choose any 2 numbers to complete the multiplication sentence. For the first question, question number 1 from the test, this is option A and option B. Can anyone give me the answer? Which options would be the correct? We need to find, we have the given numbers, that is 5 or 6 or 7 or 8. 4 options we have. We need to find any 2 numbers that would be multiplied together to give the answer of 40. So what are the 2 possible numbers? Yes, thank you. Option B is the correct answer. That means 5 multiplied by 8. That is option B. Thank you. Let's click on this option, option B. Okay. It shows we have the correct answer. Thank you. And let's try the next one. Okay, the next question says, question number 2 from the test says, this is question number 2 from the test. I'll just write down option A and option B. This was still the same statement. We need to complete the sentence. Okay. So the question says, choose 2 numbers from the box to complete the multiplication sentence. This is option A and option B. So which 2 numbers when multiplied together will give an answer of 56? Option A or option B? Okay. Can you give me the answer? Option A or option B? The 4 options given to us are? Yes, thank you so much. Thank you. We can say 7 and 8. That means 7 multiplied by 8 is 56. Great. Good work. Let's go to question number 3. And let's see what we have in question number 3. The question number 3 will have the same statement. Choose 2 numbers from the box to complete. Okay. And I'll just copy the remaining part of the question. I'll click on question option B. Okay. And the remaining part of the question says we have these options given to us. Kind of easy. Okay. Not very difficult. Okay. These are the options given to us. 4 and 8, 4 and 10. Which two numbers have a product of 40? If this was still option A and option B, so 40 is easy, right? 40 can be divided by 8, but the answer would be 5. That means 40 is 8 into 5. We have 8 as the option, but we do not have 5 as the option. Whereas we can say 4 multiplied by 10 is still 40, right? 4 and 10 have a product of 40. That means option 2 is the correct answer, right? I did this because it was very easy. Let's try to find some difficult question for you, okay? So that you'd be able to learn as well and give an answer for that. Okay. The next question says, okay, we click on the option. The next question on the screen says, just a minute, please. 2, 3, 6, and 9. Okay. We have the options. Just reduce the size. These are the options that are given to us. Okay. So how can we find this? What are the two numbers which have a product of 54? The first option given is 6 and 9. The second option is given as 6 and 3. This is option number A and option number B. So the four numbers we have are 2, 3, 6, and 9. So what should be the final answer? Okay. Can you give me the answer for this? The first number and the second number have a product of 54. Can 54 be divided by 2? Yes, 54 can be perfectly divided by 2. The answer is 27, but we do not have 27 in the options. Can we say 54 be divided by 3? Is 54 perfectly divisible by 3? Yes, it is. But 18 is not there in the options. Agreed? Neither 20. Can we say 54 was divided by 6? When we divide 54 by 6, the answer comes out to be 9. That means 54 can be written as 6 multiplied by 9. That means these are the two correct options, 6 and 9. So once we have these options, we have the answers, we have to look for the correct option. So we have these two options, A and B. We have to mark on option A, option number 1. Okay. You mark the options so that we get the correct answer. Okay. Moving on to the next question. The next question says, question number 5. I'll just copy that. We only have 9 questions in this exam, and question number 5, whatever is left, you'll be able to do. Maybe a question or two would be left, and I would expect you people to do the remaining questions, okay? I'll just copy this. I'll just copy the question, and let's see what are the given values to us. Okay, if these were the given values to us, okay, and it says the 4 options we had were 3, 5, 6, and 8. And they're asking us which of the two numbers when multiplied together will give the answer of 15. So we know that 15 cannot be divided by 8. We still have a decimal number, right? 1 point something. 15 cannot be divided by 6. We still have a decimal number, 2 point something. But can we say 15 can be divided by 5? That would be 3. So can we say 15 is equals to 3 multiplied by 5? Do we have both the numbers in the options, 3 and 5? Yes, we do. So can we say 3 multiplied by 5 is 15? So which option should be the correct answer? A or B? Option number A should be correct, right? Because that is 3 multiplied by 5. Agreed? Thank you. Okay, let's do the next one. I'll just copy the next question. Just a minute, please. Let's do question number 6. And I most probably will be done with this entire set of questions, okay, today. So we have question number 6. Only 4 options are left. Let's try to complete those 4 questions. The next question says the options given are 2, 3, 5, 7. Okay. If these are the options given to us, these are the 2 options for the answer. We need to see which 2 numbers when multiplied would give the answer of 21. This is option number A, option number B. So can we say 21 divided by 2? It's a decimal, right? That means it cannot be the answer. 21 divided by 5, it's still a decimal. But can we say if 21 is divided by 3, it should be equal to 7, right? So can we say 21 would be equals to 3 multiplied by 7? And we have 3 in the option and we have 7 in the options. So we can say 3 and 7, when multiplied together, the product comes out to be 21. So which option should be the correct answer? Option A or option B? Okay. Okay. Which option should be the correct answer? Option number A, right? Because we need to find 3 multiplied by 7. Let's try the next question and let's see what they're asking us. Okay, if we have the next question, that is question number 7. Let's copy down question number 7. Okay, when we click on the, and you need to click on the answer also, right? 3 multiplied by 7 is 21. So the next question we have in line is, the options given are 2, 3, 8, and 10. Okay, let's see what can we make out of this. 2, 3, 8, and 10. If we have these options over here, if these numbers were given, these 2 options were given to us, 2 and 10, have a product of 30, right? So which 2 numbers have a product of 30? 3, 10 or 2, 10? Option A or option B? We have 2 and 10 and we have 3 and 10. Let's see. In order to find 30, can we say 30 can be divided by 2? That is 15. 30 can be written as 2 multiplied by 15. We can find 2 in the options, but 15 is not there. But if we say 30 was divided by 3, it comes out to be 10. That means 30 equals to 3 multiplied by 10. And both of these numbers are in the options. So we can say 3 and 10 have a product of 30. That means option B is the correct answer. So you need to click on the option B to mark it as your correct answer. Okay, just a second, please. Let's answer the next one. Okay, 3 and 10. I think we are on question number 8. So we would be just left with one question after this. Okay, let's copy this. After this, this is question number 8, and there are total 9 questions for this topic. Okay, so let's copy this, let's paste this. Okay, have a product of 90, and the 2 options are these. And what we need to do is we need to choose any 2 numbers, and this was question number 8. Complete. So what is the answer to this? So what is the answer to question number 8? We need to choose now 2 numbers from the box to complete the multiplication sentence. Okay. The options are 3, 8, 9, and 10. So which two numbers when multiplied together will give an answer of 90? Since it's ending with, what we can see is, since 90 ends with a 0, there must be one number that ends with a 0. So easy would be 3 multiplied by 10 is 30, right? No need. 8 multiplied by 10 is 80. That's not the answer. But 9 multiplied by 10 would be 90. So we can say 9 and 10 have a product of 90. Out of these two options, option A or option B? Option B says 9 and 10, and option A says 9 and 8. So that means our answer is option number B. Okay. Thank you so much for being here. Please, one question is left. Please complete that last question. Okay. So that you can complete your test. Best of luck. Take care. Have a nice day.